Welcome to the first episode of this Southeast Asia backpacking trip. I'm so excited to be back travelling after such a long break. This trip has been on my mind for 2 years, and now that it's here, I'm just so grateful and excited to be back to it. The plan is to backpack for around 3 months, starting in Thailand, but because we've been here before, the main part of the trip is going to be through Laos, Cambodia and Vietnam. There may be a few more additions depending on things like money, time and flight prices, but even if we don't get to add any other destinations, I'll be so happy with the trip we're going to do. So we landed in Bangkok's BKK airport and it just felt like coming home. This time coming into Bangkok, we decided to pick a different place to stay, and it's right on the river, which is so beautiful. I can't believe we woke up to this view. Good morning guys, we are in Bangkok, Thailand. Welcome to the first episode of this whole series of vlogs. We just woke up, got ready and now we're going out. The balcony is so beautiful. I would have just shown you a shot. It's just so cool to be here. It's been so long since we've been in Thailand and I'm so happy to be back. It genuinely feels like another home at this point. When we landed I was like, oh, finally. We're back home, we're back here. I'm so excited. It's bright so I'm squinting and my face is puffy because I just woke up. But it's all good because we're in Thailand. We're gonna go get some coffee, probably get some breakfast, some water. I don't actually know what the plan is today other than walking around, sightseeing, food eating, creating a video for you guys. This site makes me so happy. I know how processed this food is and it definitely isn't a health choice I would make every day for a long period of time, but there's just something about a 7-Eleven cheese toastie in Thailand that warms the soul. I'm gonna go for, I think, just a classic ham and cheese toastie. I don't think I'm gonna go with the croissant one. I think I'm just gonna get the ham and cheese toastie. What are you thinking?
Sausage and cheese.
Sausage and cheese. Yeah. And probably then just like one of those vitamin drinks or something and some water just to get myself right. And then we're gonna go walking, I think. This morning we are heading through the markets and walking towards the more touristy area of Khao San Road, the Grand Palace and the museums. I think it's called the Phra Nakhon area. I'm not sure, I might be saying that wrong. These are the less touristy markets along Vantage 1 road. They had such a variety of shops, including clothes tailors, and the sellers weren't shouting at you, trying to get you to buy things. We didn't stop because we weren't shopping, but I would recommend this as a more local market to get some cute, smaller items. Being back in Bangkok brings such a feeling of nostalgia for the younger version of me. Picture the scene, it's October 2018, I've just turned 19 and the world is my literal oyster. I'm on my first big trip abroad with my best friend and Thailand is our destination. We had so much to learn and so many new opportunities and friendships to make, but we didn't even know it. We were just a little lost and very excited in a huge city, so different from our countryside lives. I still look back on that first trip to Bangkok with so much fondness. It's where we began to find ourselves and my first adult adventure with no one to tell me what to do, when to sleep, when to eat. It's the first time I truly remember feeling so free. That was a feeling I will never forget. It's a little bit later now. We are at Casa Picasso. I think it's attached to Khao San Art Hostel or Hotel. The restaurant in that is called Casa Picasso. So we're here. I'm just getting a Coke Zero because I'm so full from that mango smoothie. I cannot eat anything else. But Sam's pretty hungry, so he's getting, is it stir-fried? Yeah, stir-fried noodles and chicken and veg. But it looks really good and it tastes nice. I have tried a little bit. He's just getting into that right now. Let me show you. Happy?
Nice, yeah. Best thing I've eaten so far in 2 days.
We went to Chinatown yesterday and the place we ended up picking, mine was really hot because mine was a noodle soup, but Sam's was pretty cold. He had rice with...
Pork in like a curry sauce.
Yeah.
The rice was hot, the veg was cold.
Oh, okay. He didn't have the best of meals. Mine was good, but it wasn't super flavorful. It was quite a bland soup, so I added some like chili oil and stuff. And then it ended up tasting a bit more flavorful. We'll find somewhere else to eat tonight. I'm probably still going to have lunch, but maybe in like an hour or two, and probably at a different place. We just booked Chiang Mai. We booked Sylvie's hostel and we booked our flight up there, which is basically like £56 each. So we're flying out tomorrow up to Chiang Mai because I do not want to do the sleeper train. Sam does not want to do the sleeper train, therefore we're not going to. This trip is another of firsts for me. It's the first time I'm going to be exploring Asia outside of just Thailand. It's the first time I'm working alongside traveling full time. It's the first time I'm taking client calls and delivering my courses outside of the UK. There's so much change and adventure planned that it can seem really overwhelming at times. I'm a mindset coach, but I'm also human. I have an innate tendency to worry and plan ahead that comes with being a middle child, I think. I've always had to look out for other people and monitor or fix their emotions. I take care of others' needs before I attend to my own, and that takes a lot out of a person. I mean, I used to do that. After the last 2 years of being a coach and the 5 years I've worked on my own personal development, it's a habit I've learned to let go of. Doing this new thing is scary and exciting. It's a lot of responsibility, but also there are no expectations except the ones I place on myself. I'm my own worst enemy when it comes to a to-do list or a standard that I hold for myself. I'm still learning to take better care of myself in terms of those standards and expectations. And a part of this trip is about learning how to service my clients to the best of my ability while still being able to live to the fullest, make mistakes, and be a 24-year-old girl. I have a tendency to age myself well beyond my years and feel a lot further behind because of my choices and the type of life I'm chasing. It's a lot of thoughts and emotions all at the same time, but I'm forever grateful to myself for learning how to regulate some of those emotions and thoughts, because otherwise I think I'd be drowning in a tidal wave of them.
Sometimes you need to have that tidal wave and let it wash you out to sea for a bit. But it's not healthy or useful to be out drifting in that for too long. You get lost and confused, it's hard to find your way back. Give yourself grace in the moment and then allow your discipline to snap you back into the most honest version of what you're experiencing instead of the spiraling thoughts.
So we just got some mini crepes, pancakes. I wouldn't call them roti, they're kind of like crepes. Chocolate ones from this store here. And I'm trying them now. They are quite like pancakes.
That's why it says Thai pancakes, not roti on the thing.
Oh, I didn't even read that.
Thai crispy pancake.
And they've got like this chocolatey, like mousse, did you say? More so than like, it's not like Nutella put in it. It's more like a mousse. And we just got the mini ones. They usually do them for 6 pieces. But it looked way too much for us, so we just got 3. I'm glad we just got 3. I've had tom yum, morning glory with crispy pork. What did you have? Pad krapao with pork.
Chicken, yeah.
Which
pork.
I think might be pad? No. I don't know. I can't remember which one's which. That's what we've been eating so far. We're gonna just get a fruit juice smoothie and then head back to the hostel because we've got an early flight tomorrow. So we want to get everything packed up. I need to finish some editing, try and do a voiceover. And yeah, that is pretty much what we're doing tonight. Happy second day in Thailand, and I will chat to you guys later.
This trip has held a lot of emotions, even in the first few days. A little self-doubt, a lot of reflection on choices, questioning my path going forward. When it gets to feel like that, I find the best thing is to switch up my environment and do something that will change both my physical and internal state. Whether it's movement and then getting lost in a book, or meditation and breathwork. I know doing something different will ultimately change my mood and my feelings for the better. Even my perspective will shift depending on how I've chosen to process and move through whatever these big feelings are. It's important to remember that feelings are just feelings. They aren't facts, and they sometimes aren't even true. Emotions and feelings can play as each other, so when we don't take them at face value, but actually look at them as a whole, we can decide if they're worth the energy and effort of the moment, or if we just need to let it pass and choose better problems. I know that I don't want to have my day affected by a rude person, or to get angry over a small inconvenience. It's just not the way I choose to live anymore. Now for my review. This hostel was pretty good. I'm not sure I'd stay again just because I like to try a different area the next time I'm in Bangkok, but the facilities were good. The toilets were clean enough for hostel standards, and it's pretty quiet otherwise. The bar and cafe were great, and I really enjoy sitting out on the balcony reading or having a coffee. It's worth a visit to both, even if you don't stay but you're just around Chinatown. That's it for this vlog. I'm really looking forward to the next. I will see you then.